going on, everybody? It's your boy Chris, aka the Water King, coming at you for another Duel Bros deck breakdown. And I'm super excited because I love my deck breakdowns, and today we have a very toxic type of build. Okay, it is my Grave-Robbin Dark Spirit deck, and you'll see in a minute what I mean by toxic, because you will love playing this deck, but your opponent will be slightly annoyed because if we make it to mid or late game, it's saucy, okay? But before I get into the meat and potatoes of this bad boy, why don't you follow us on Instagram or subscribe to us on YouTube to show that you like the bros, and so that you can stay up to date with all the Dueling Bros content. And if you follow us or subscribe to us, then you know what? At the Water Tower, you can redeem yourself a Dueling Bros token pack and a Dueling Brothers token sleeve for you, man. So it is going to be a blasty blast. I hope to see everybody at the Water Tower. It's going to have a lot of fun, and I'm going to give them out until I run out. So it's going to be a great time. Now, without further ado, let's get into my Grave-Robbin deck breakdown. Okay, now I have the deck list right above me, so you can see the numbers that I'm working with, and you can just really take that in, and hopefully that helps you retain some information. I know I ramble a lot, so let's get this bad boy out of the way and let's get into the beasties. Okay, now first off, I start out with 12 aura in this deck because it is a dual aura deck, and the last thing you want in a dual aura deck is to go aura dry. Okay, and spirit aura, although we are not taking advantage of things like Morpheus, you see that we are mainly using dark for our spells, and that is because our beasties require some spirit, and you want to make sure you get that spirit aura out. I mean, it is vital that you play your beasties, even if they get destroyed. It is a-okay. We have All Hallows Eve that we can come in for a late game one turn kill, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, so we have up first, of course, the Mothman Cryptid Nation promo. While this page is in the arena, any beastie that is contracted by an opposing caster is inflicted with scared. Okay, and on top of that, it has fear. You will notice every one of these beasties is going to have fear. That is crucial to this deck. And on top of that, this guy has flying, and he has paralysis as part of his attack, and he's fairly strong, and he has 90 LP. Overall, this is a great beastie to have in any dark deck, but as part of my Dark and Spirit deck, this is a staple. If you have him in your hand, play him as soon as possible. Okay, now Wendigo is next up on the chopping block that we're going to be talking about. He regenerates. Again, he has fear, 75 LP. He's somewhat low cost. Okay, you want to make sure you can play everything, all right? And then when this page flips a coin for fear and the result is tails, you may awaken this page and attack a page or caster if you are able to. Wendigo has always been a favorite card among dark deck users, and there should be no reason why it shouldn't be in this deck. It is very strong as well. It has its own somewhat of a lightning in a bottle type effect if you don't hit the fear, and sometimes you don't want to hit the fear. Sometimes you would rather just attack, and this beastie is great for doing that in a deck that does not run lightning in a bottles. And you have enough removal that the lightning in the bottles are not going to be an issue, because you're going to roll for fear so many times, and then you have your deaths and your death beams and your zombie apocalypses to clear the board, so you are not going to have a problem with that. Trust me, the early game should not be an issue. It's just once you hit that mid game, it's time to just steamroll over. Okay. And Devour does 40 damage, and this attack destroyed a beastie. Activate this page's fear again, and super strong. So if somehow you can get like a power bread onto Wendigo, destroy a beastie, boom, you know what I'm saying, you can potentially get a board clear with this Wendigo by itself. Very good beastie. Alright, and then we have the Jersey Devil. Now this is crucial because you never know when you're going to go up against a fearsome critter deck. And the fact that Jersey Devil burns, just immediately, boom, let's get those Gumbaroos out of here. And on top of that, he's similar to the Gumbaroo, where when you contract Jersey Devil, you are dealt 50 damage unless you produce a blood-curdling scream, but reduce all damage Jersey Devil would take from attacks by other beasties to 0. Okay, very, very similar to the Gumbaroo. It's the Dark Dex Gumbaroo. It's flying. Again, it has fear. You will notice that every time. 4 Dark Aura, 70, and it is fairly powerful. We run the Nighttime Terra, so he's going to get that 25 damage bonus eventually. So he's a whopping beastie, okay? And I recommend that you never take him out unless it's a game 2 or 3 and you know that you are, what you call it, like not going against a fearsome critter deck. But if you're going against fearsome critters, just leave that boy in, because otherwise Gumbaroo is going to be just so rude to you. Now, next we got the beginning of our spirit contracting beasties. Okay, so this is DC the Demon Cat, and he is honestly one of the most low cost beasties in the deck, and is by far your bread and butter. Okay, he only has 25 LP, but you want to make sure that DC the Demon Cat is protected. Okay, he has fear, he is a spirit, so he is safe from head-on attacks, but spells, powers, effects, you know, he is still vulnerable. Okay, with Seance being released and Native coming up, there are potentially going to be a lot of different ways to get rid of this bad boy, and you want to make sure he's protected. Okay, now his power is okay. You may activate this power anytime if this beastie has no meow counters. Choose the next result of an opposing caster's die roll or coin flip this turn and place a meow counter on this beastie. It's okay. I don't really use it that much, but it can definitely be useful. What we love about DC the Demon Cat is its attack. Scratching pages, it inflicts scared, it does 10 damage. That's not a lot of damage, Chris. What does that even, why are you bringing this card to my attention? Okay, well, let me tell you. Because if this attack damaged a caster, that caster sends the top page of their spellbook to the afterlife. So Icy Path at DC the Demon Cat back to yourself from a Frost player would mean that you would have to discard the top card of your spellbook to the afterlife. But your opponent is going to have to do that if you attack them and it goes through. Okay, that is so strong, because you know what you're going to be doing later? You're going to be doing All Hallows Eve, right? We see that right there at the bottom of the spells list. Okay, All Hallows Eve is going to bring all that stuff back to the afterlife. And we have Trick or Treat Town, so we will have the October active. Okay, I'm telling you, it's so strong. Okay, because it gets rid of your opponent's beasties or anything, but then if it is a beastie, then you get to use it later. So you take away from them and then you get to use it as well. So I will say though that water crab, meaning Wallowa Lake Crustacean, is very strong, and even Keyhole Crab is very strong into this spirit deck, because it's you know, the Keyhole Crab does effect damage, and then just the Wallowa Lake Crustacean is just a tank of a tank, and we all know that. So that's DC the Demon Cat. Never ever take him out. He is your bread and butter. Okay, and then another one that you run max and that you cannot take out is Sackabilly. Okay, now he has 2 Spirit Aura and 1 Dark Aura. Okay, he has fear. He has the Spirit trait. He has 35 LP, so he can survive 1 shot of Torrential River. Okay, he has the nighttime and the farm, or the suburban, my bad, not farm, suburban Terra bonuses. If an opposing caster is younger than 13 years old, you may make this page's fear result automatically tails. Okay, so that is very interesting, right? You know, you would normally want it to be heads, so you know, be careful playing this against kids. Okay, so target awakened beastie is inflicted with scared. That is his power. Okay, so it is very strong in certain scenarios. Okay, sometimes you don't want to attack because you got a good defender like Wallowa Lake Crustacean or whatever, but you want to maybe get something off the board. Scared is a good way to do it. Okay, now this attack deals plus 10 damage for each beastie in the arena with fear. Now this is where I was telling you that having every beastie have fear is so crucial. So it says each beastie in the arena, so as far as I'm aware of, I do need to look at the errata updates and stuff and make sure that they didn't have this in there, but as far as I'm aware, this does include itself. So every single beastie will give this beastie plus 10 on its damage, okay? And we have 15 beasties in the deck, so potentially just with having stuff on the board ourselves by playing, we could have 180 attack damage on this Sackabilly. Sackabilly is so strong, and even if it's just late game and you're bringing in him in from an All Hallows Eve drop, so strong, okay? Then we got Walking Sam, okay? Walking Sam is, he has the fear, and he's more of like a late game if, alright? His power, I've never really used that well, the puppet tokens, but what I do use is you can take control of the beastie or token until this beastie leaves the arena, okay? I never get enough puppet tokens to get that win condition off, but playing Walking Sam, and if your opponent can't play more than one beastie a turn, is very, very, very tough on them, because every turn you're going to be taking that beastie. Now, you know, decks like the Flame deck has Explosion that can easily take this out, but he is a very, very, very good card, okay? And now we got Adam Ackler. I think we all know a lot about Adam Ackler, okay? Fleet, he's neutral, so you can use him with any of the aura, and nighttime. He's the only beastie in this spellbook that does not have fears. So I guess it's 14 beasties, so it would be 170 for that Sackabilly, okay? Then we got the Mothman. Just ignore that long text on the Mothman. I'm not going to read it. He has fear, he's flying, and he has 100 damage. What more is there else to say? This guy is an absolute beast, okay? And then we got Houston Batman. This guy is a sleeper. A lot of people are sleeping on Houston Batman. 6-star Gora, 135 LP. Flying, he has fear again. His arena effect, when the coin flip is heads, you may have, for fear, the beastie stay in the arena instead. Whenever a beastie is targeted by fear, that beastie is dealt 30 damage. You know how much stuff has 30 damage? Amikuck, you can target Amikuck's Burrowed while, with traits. It's crazy, okay? This card is so strong. And then everybody loves Wood Devil of Coos Country, right? This beastie gains invisibility if trees are nearby. So, okay, I see your Wood Devil, and I raise you a Houston Batman, okay? I'm just saying, do not sleep on the Houston Batman. And if this attack damages a caster, reactivate a fear on a beastie you control. So strong, okay? I love Houston Batman, alright? Now, for the spells, we got the basic Bookmark, right? Power Up Red, 100 LP for a beastie, and 100 damage for that same beastie. Alright, very strong. It's a staple in any deck. New Year's, you and target caster must place your entire chapters into your respective cemeteries. Again, more All Hallows Eve bait, okay? You just boom, just dump it. You don't care because you got All Hallows Eve, and they don't, okay? Death Beam, 3 Dark Aura, place target beastie into the afterlife. I'll get that out of here, okay? Then we got Death. Now this is great because you Magi-proof beasties, okay? Do not resolve any effects of a beastie page being contracted and place it in limbo, okay? Now it has to be being contracted, so you can't like do it after it's been contracted, but while it's being contracted, boom, gotcha, okay? So if like you're going against a water deck, Frog is very strong into this deck as well. You can just play this whenever Frog is being contracted, and if they don't have the 2 aura for dampen, boom, Frog is out of here, alright? Now we got Zombie Apocalypse. That's your board clear, okay? Gotta have a board clear if you can, and this is a great one. And you just replace all the beasts in the arena with fatigued zombie tokens. And so again, very good All Hallows Eve food. Yum. Then we got All Hallows Eve. If it's October, all beasties and all opposing casters, limbo, cemeteries, and afterlives enter the arena awaken under your control, okay? Is so strong, okay? Basically, when you play this, you want to go for the 1 turn kill, okay? And with this deck, the Sackabillys, you getting your opponent's beasties, all the fears left and right and center, and you got the New Year's. This should be no issue that cemeteries, afterlives, and limbos will be filled with pages that you can use. And I mean, that's it. That's it. You just want to chip down as much damage as possible until you get to your All Hallows Eve, and then you want to make sure that they don't dampen it or anything like that. But other than that, you just make sure that they're aura tapped so that they can't stop you, and then you just bada bing, bada boom. And then we run 2 trick-or-treat towns because you want to make sure that you can get your opponent's afterlives in cemeteries and limos as well. And this makes it October. That's my Grave-Robbin deck breakdown, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe and follow us if you did. Peace.